If the plan doesn't work, change the plan, but never the goal.
This is Breadcrumbs, Only No Meals. I am your coach, Coach China. I created Breadcrumbs, Only No Meals to help women get the advantage in dating, so that you all can stop using your emotions in sex and start getting your needs met expeditiously, okay? A lot of times y'all get in there, y'all feel drained, and it leads y'all to the step where y'all want to be abstinent, celibate, y'all done with it, you want to be single, and I'm not mad at that. However, it's still some healing that needs to be done, some accountability that you all are not taking, and you can't go back in attracting them same niggas. So welcome to the live. Welcome to the live. If this is your first time here, make sure you follow me. I go by a strict pattern. I go through viewer submitted questions. Every 2 weeks we have this live. Viewers do submit questions via email or DM. So I go through my viewer submitted questions. We have 4 tonight. And then I jump into the content that we're going to get in. So today we're going to be talking about going more in depth with healing, roster dating, breadcrumbing, consequences, and grand gestures. I made a video and I told y'all about y'all just letting niggas get away with anything. You don't have a reentry fee. I don't know why y'all haven't set y'all reentry fee, but you also don't have something that we call a grand gesture. The grand gesture is what you're going to be looking for to see if these niggas is, if you finna just drop everybody on your roster and just deal with this one person. See, a lot of times y'all to get in there and make a quick decision, and next thing you know, you end up, you done started with 3, now you ended up giving all your time to 1. This nigga ain't giving you no grand gestures, but you done dropped off the other 2 that might have already given you some. We got to stop doing that. Grand gestures, set them from the beginning and let them and give crumbs for every milestone they meet to get to that grand gesture. Okay, so let's get to these viewer submitted questions. The Fox Network said my ex tried coming back after offering to take me out and buy me drinks. That's not a reentry fee. I'm glad you said that, the Fox. That right there is still the barest of minimums. That's not a reentry fee. What do you want? What do you need to buy? Is it a place you want to visit? What can he contribute to in a bill? He needs the reentry fee. It needs to be putting something clearly in your hands so you can go enjoy yourself, not including him. The reentry fee, you need it in your hand and he is not included. If it's not adding up to a needs being met or some bills being paid, then see him out the door and stay where the hell he at. Okay, coach, why do men act like they want a relationship, but the moment I start setting boundaries, they disappear? Am I doing something wrong, or are men just not built for commitment no more? Sis, that's a great question. But listen, men don't leave because you set boundaries. Listen to me, because a lot of y'all think if you set boundaries and have these consequences that the people leaving you alone. No, they leave because your boundaries expose their lack of intention. See, a woman with boundaries is going to expose a man that don't want to do nothing with her anyways. Why? Because she's sticking to these boundaries and she's not going outside of them. That's going to expose him. Don't be worried about why they disappear. He going to drop off on his own, sis. That's what they're supposed to do. While you roster date, you let them drop off on their own when they realize that they're not getting anything from you until they perform. Get on that clown suit, put on that mask, and get in the circus, sir. You are up next. Okay? Now, if you had my book, Never Date Just One, you learned that men show their truth in the absence of your over effort. Remember I told y'all that when you overdo stuff, it's a trauma response. In the absence that you don't do none of that, you finna to see if this man really like you and really fuck with you like that, or if you just a convenience for him. What does that mean? When you stop offering up cooked dinners at your house, when you stop offering up free chill sessions, you finna see whatever effort he finna put in to try to get close to you. What is he willing to do? When you stop making it easy for him, okay? From my book, Standards So High, I teach you that boundaries create separation between men who want you and men who only want access to you. 2 different type of men. You better determine which one that is, sis, before you give the wrong man. Remember I told y'all be over serving the wrong men? This is when you give the wrong men access, and all they trying to do is drain, drain, drain. Okay. Now, if you got breadcrumb in book 1, you will reveal the test in book 1 is going to reveal this quickly. The man disappearing is never punishment, sis. It's a data point that shows he wasn't who he pretended to be. So the right man doesn't leave you when your boundaries disappear. I mean, when your boundaries appear, he levels up. He chooses clarity over convenience. So this nigga don't like you. They never like you when your boundaries show up. That's all you looking for. That's why you need to get standards so high. He needs the ladders. Go and set the standards, the boundaries, and the consequences. If you're telling a man what these are and he disappeared, then that means he never wanted anything to do with you, sis. Good. That's what you needed, because if you decide to move forward with this man and give him your body, if he's disappeared now in just you setting boundaries, imagine you giving him your body. You know he gonna disappear. See how you got the discernment to not even move forward with that? You dodged a bullet. Let his ass go hit somebody else in the heart and damn near take them out. And an old guy friend wants to take me on a date to Top Golf. He even called off work. I've been debating. Top Golf is a good activity date. The reason why I would consider that is because it's not a personal date. You don't got to sit across a dinner table and watch some. You're not feeling him. Remember I told y'all, sis, dinner dates are for the dudes that we feel like, that we actually like. It is nerve-wracking for you to sit at a dinner date for an hour or two for some dude you're not even feeling like that. How do we bounce back, coach, now that he's deceased? I feel so unaware of the dating game. Just let me know if you finished grieving. That's very important that you said that, because if you have not finished grieving the loss, then dating for you right now is not it. Because you're going to be constantly bringing up old things with him. You're going to be talking about this with new dudes. They gonna sense the grief in you. And what they're going to do is try to exploit and act like they're going to be there for you. So right now, if you're not finished grieving the loss, then you can't date right now. You have to grieve the loss. That's what it is. It was what it was. That person is gone. He's no longer coming back. You're going to have to grieve the loss and move around it before you start dating. What if your husband starts treating you mean and not taking you out? That's when you pull back. You need breadcrumbs only, no meals, book 2. So you can start testing him to see if he's only accepting you for labor, or if he actually really fucks with you like that, sis. And if he fails too many of those tests based on what you're looking for, then you're going to need book 3, because you got to create your exit strategy. The reason why you ask me that question is because you still love him. You still fucked up about him. But as long as your emotions are in it, it's everything he do is you're going to keep dismissing. It's not he got money but not giving me any. How often should I ask and how much? Plus I'm trauma. No. Who trauma bonded? We can't get no money where you have bonded with him through his trauma. You're supposed to use the trauma against him to get the money, sis. You wasn't supposed to bond with him with it. You shouldn't even display you had trauma. You went the wrong way with that. So it's something you got to come on. You got to pull all the way out of there and start all over. You're coming from a place of no trauma, happiness your entire life. Beautiful. Your mama, your daddy, everybody loved on you. You have no trauma. You were supposed to use his trauma to get the money, but you bonded with him. He think you got him for life. I don't know. You got to do some pulling back. It's a whole lot of undoing and redoing. You got to do that, okay? All right, next question. I'm married. She says, I'm married, but I feel more like a roommate than a wife. He stopped pursuing her years ago. How does she breadcrumb inside her marriage without it turning into a war in her own house? Remember I told y'all about y'all in these marriages single? Because a man is just the labor, okay, this is what happened with a lot of time when y'all in the relationships too long. It's like a war. This is what y'all doing every day. And the only time y'all get along is if y'all still being intimate and having, like, sexually intimate and having sex. But any outside of that, it's just this. He don't even chase you no more. Good. Let's go ahead. How do we breadcrumb? This is where you need book 2 in the breadcrumb series. Because you got some tests that you got to be able to do. Sis, if you are not ready to pull back, if you are not ready to shut down, if you are not ready to change your routine, and if you are not ready to shake things up, then you don't need to be starting this at all. You finna shake some stuff up. It's finna feel quite uncomfortable in your house because you're trying to get to the bottom of stuff. We will mirror the actions. Do unto others as you want others to do unto you. I'm not changing my love and energy and becoming spiteful and hateful and mean like you. But I will treat you how you treated me. Actions for action, action for action. That is one of the commandments for never date just one. You match actions. You do not change your energy. And if he don't see it, then another nigga will. That's for taking women who feel invisible in their relationship. Here's the truth, sis. You breadcrumb your marriage by pulling back your labor, not your love. Okay? You do not nag. You do not repeat yourself. You do not argue. You do not demand. You do not chase, and you do not force change. Because when you shake this stuff up, this stuff better be happening on its own if he's scared to lose you. If this is not happening, he's not scared to lose you, there is your answer. Get book 3, create your exit strategy, and get the hell on up out of there. Okay, now you simply stop doing the work that he should be doing. So breadcrumbing in your marriage looks like returning responsibility to him, matching his actions instead of overgiving, blocking emotional access until effort is consistent, allowing silence to reveal his character, and requiring reciprocity before reward. That's what you're doing when you breadcrumb. Book 2 will remind you that you are not obligated to preserve peace in the house where he is refusing to participate in his marriage. If he don't want to put his all in, you putting some of your all out. You're not going to keep doing this, sis. The breadcrumbing with your husband will reveal whether he's complacent, he's disconnected, whether he still cares, or if he's willing to fight for y'all marriage. You're going to get those answers. If his behavior shifts, you're going to need book 3 to teach you how to build your exit strategy mentally, emotionally, and financially before you leave physically. And your marriage should not feel like a prison, sis. So breadcrumbing will show if you're a roommate or a wife for real. He actually told me he could find somewhere else to do it and tell him to go over there and get her. Tell her to do it and don't come back when she stopped doing it. Whenever they threaten to say, get somebody else, they're going to get somebody else, then call their bluff and tell them to go. Pack their stuff and tell them to go. And when she don't fulfill, don't come back your way. If it is, there's a re-entry fee. Clock it now, sis. I think he found somewhere else anyways. Good. Good. He ain't need to be there anyways. Mine's always leaving to his so-called cousin house. It's crazy. Y'all don't got cousins' houses to go to. Y'all don't got places to go. Change the routine, sis. He should know where you're going. So shake things up. Last time I was on live, I said, why didn't you tell me you was going out test? Y'all missed that? That's in book 2. That's the first test in book 2. Why you ain't tell me you was going out? Because that's the first way you shake things up. You change your routine. Okay? Next question. You keep saying healing is step 1, and I do. Okay? But why does my healing matter if I'm not the one doing the hurting? Why must I heal before dating again? Sis, I know you didn't hurt yourself, but guess what you did do to yourself? You let that person in who hurt you. Yep, they didn't come in by force. You let them in. You opened the door. You took their bag. You packed their clothes and your drawers and stuff. You let them in. You have to heal. And it starts with you forgiving yourself. The reason why you stuck in it because you don't want to forgive yourself because you made a bad decision. It's okay. We all did it. You act like you're going to be the first. And you definitely won't be the last, sis. Forgive yourself. That's why you got to heal, okay? It's not about the man who hurt you. It's about the woman who keeps choosing the men that hurt her like him. That's why you have to heal, because you got to heal that version of you and those patterns. And never date just one. You learn that unhealed women choose from loneliness, choose from fear of abandonment. Remember, I told you how to heal this stuff. Confuse attention with love. Somebody giving you attention, you swear they love you. You overinvest too early. Letting them drive your car, moving your house. You did it too early. That ain't even how that was supposed to go. Wait to be chosen instead of choosing. You still wait for him to choose you. Instead of you saying, you ain't doing no choosing, sis, because you still waiting to be chosen. We talked about that too. And mistaken familiarity with connection. Just because this person's familiar to you, you think that's a connection. Psych. It's breadcrumbing from the man, okay? Unhealed wounds will make you predictable to the wrong men, sis. That's why you heal, because he knows what you're going to do next. He know if he do this, he finna expect this long, drawn-out, emotional text message. He know he got you. Whenever you cry, whenever you tell him something about how you feel, he know you wrapped around his finger. You ain't going nowhere until you resolve that. That's why you got to pull back and act like ain't nothing bothering you. Shake his ass up, okay? Healing matters because without healing, you're going to repeat the patterns. Without healing, you're going to keep ignoring the red flags. Without healing, you're going to make men your center of your world instead of making sure that you're the center of their life. And without healing, you still accepting the barest of minimums and you think that's chemistry. That's why you got to heal. Healing is going to put the discernment back into your hands, sis, because you know now you can do the choosing. So if you had my book Standards So High, You will learn that the unhealed woman cannot enforce her boundaries because boundaries feel like losing love. That's why y'all don't want to tell the man that you don't like how he acting and treating you, because you feel like if you speak up, he gonna walk away. You don't even feel safe for him to tell him for real. You don't even feel safe to say, nigga, do it again, I'm out, because you don't want to be alone. Meanwhile, nigga, do it again, I'm out. I don't even got no, I don't even like them. I don't even know some of the people's names. Sometimes I got to remember their names. That's how unimportant people be to me. I don't know why they be so important to y'all. Y'all know their name, their date of birth. This is crazy. I don't know any of that. Okay? And if you got the book, Decode Him, sis, you're going to learn that if certain men seek out unhealed women, such as yourself, sis, because he knows you will accept breadcrumbs. He knows you're going to overcompensate, excuse neglect, and stay too long. They looking for y'all. It be right on y'all chest. Broken and damaged. Alarm on your head. Niggas smell you from a mile away. They looking for you because they know that they finna be able to move in. They finna be able to eat the food that you gonna cook them out your house, and they don't provide no groceries. They finna be able to give you the barest of minimums, and you're gonna still be there. All right. Healing is not about being over it, the man. Healing is about you being over it for yourself because you know you deserve better, sis. Last question. Why do I keep waiting for men who give me the bare minimum to finally choose me? What am I missing inside myself that makes me hold on to potential instead of reality? I don't know why y'all still waiting to be chosen. I don't know why y'all finna be waiting to be chosen, okay? This one cuts deep, sis, because a lot of us felt like this, because most women have been in the same spot at some time of her life, okay? Now, if you got my book, Never Date Just One, you learned that waiting to be chosen happens when you were conditioned. Remember we talked about what we learned from our mamas and our grandmamas, seeing them serve men to try to keep men. You were conditioned to earn love. You thought you had to do that for a man to love you. You never saw a healthy partnership. Admit it, sis. I don't care how long grandmama and granddaddy been together, all that. If it wasn't something healthy, then that's why you don't know what it looks like and how it feels, because you've never really seen it. You attach to inconsistency. The nigga inconsistent. But because you don't know better, you don't feel like you deserve better, you accept the inconsistencies until you just tired and drained. Okay? You're confused effort with identity. Niggas don't put in no effort, don't plan no dates, plan no trips, do none of those things to show that he likes you. But you say, well, that's just who he is. He not that type of person. And then you start fearing starting over. A lot of y'all stay too long because y'all favorite line, and it's somebody around me right now who will say it. Their favorite line is, I don't want to catch no more bodies. So you finna stay over there, get treated like dog crap, walked all over, slapped down, left for dead, because you don't want to catch no bodies. The fear of starting over. Y'all be somewhere too long because y'all don't want to catch a body. But why you got to have sex with a new person? Why you just can't? Never mind, because then y'all go still leading with your body. I don't want to catch a new body. Lets me know that you still using sex as a gateway to a man. Come on, man. Men don't like you for that. Waiting for somebody to choose you, sis, is a trauma response disguised as hope. Okay? If you got standards so high, you're going to learn that a woman with strong boundaries doesn't wait. She evaluates every man and chooses who is right for her. If you got Decode Him, sis, you're going to see that certain men intentionally breadcrumb y'all, love bomb y'all, disappear, reappear, and then mirror your desires. Why? Because he's learned enough about you. He learned your love language. You know how to get over on you because you're just so willing to open up. This waiting is not choosing. Waiting is giving a man the power he never earned. So stop waiting to be chosen, okay? If you got book 1 of the Breadcrumb series, you're going to break the pattern because you're going to no longer overgive. You're going to stop rewarding inconsistencies. You're going to observe instead of attaching yourself. And you're going to replace instead of waiting. Replace the nigga. Move him out. Move somebody else in. Observe the nigga. If you don't like what you see, cut it at the neck. Move somebody else in. Yes, men aren't afraid to start over. They always put themselves first. They always do. But women, for some reason, to stay behind because she don't want to catch a body. I don't know why you got to be leading with sex anyways. Why you just can't lead with your aura? He compares himself to me. Skin, finances, even workout routine. Girl, listen, you are with the enemy. That's a dangerous man. And that's why you need to decode him, sis. Decode him, sis, because you need to go ahead and break what type of man is down and how you need to start working with him, because you might be over serving him. You should be underserving him, but this one you might be overserving. So, but that's why you need that book so you can know, you can determine who this man is. When I buy myself stuff, he doesn't like it, but he don't buy me anything. He doesn't value you, sis. There's no value. He doesn't see value into buying you anything. So now you got to make a determination what you finna do, because it seems like you somewhere where it's no longer serving you. I don't know why y'all stay in situations that are no longer serving you. Bleeding out, waiting for help. I don't like it. Not one bit. You are wasting your time. I know you think that he love you. I know you think that he gonna come home and do everything. And listen, out of 1 million men, it might be 3 who do. The other 997,000, they don't do it. So I don't like the prison wife whole network. I don't like nothing about it, because this is how I feel. A man who really fucks with you will not be in prison. He will be here surviving life and helping you get through it. He will be surviving life. You will be thriving. A nigga in prison, you got to send money to. You got to give time to for business. You got to get time to write letters. You got to hope they ain't sleeping with other men in there. You got to trust. It's too much going on there. And it's not making you a better woman, but it's going to make you a bitter one when he come home and don't be who you thought he was going to be. So prison wives, I don't approve. Ghosting. Let's talk about ghosting. If a nigga ghosts you, that is a sign he don't like you. You should not be questioning anything else. If the nigga ghosts you, that is a sign he doesn't like you. Now, reentry fee. Because the ones who ghost usually come back. What's your reentry fee, sis? See, they can ghost you till the cows come home. And before he can get back in and even possibly get remotely a thought, what do you need, sis? Where do you want to go? What is your reentry fee? Yeah, I got to set those. See, for me, my reentry fee, you break up with me, you want to come back, reentry fee, marriage, immediately. Nah, nigga, I can't be your girlfriend no more. My reentry fee is marriage, and you paying all these bills. If you think I'm finna spin a block with you again, and I know you already, my reentry fee is marriage from the beginning, and you paying all the bills. If we are not on that level, you get your ass up out of here. I don't spin the block, but that is my reentry fee. If you're willing to pay, let's ride. Dating older. You should not be dating anybody no more than 2 to 3 years. Let me tell you why. You young girls will go get an older man and date because you think it's cool, and for some reason y'all think that we jealous. First of all, these are the men that we know don't have nothing positive going on. They got the barest of minimums. And because y'all still used to the barest of minimums, you like him like that. You think because he do the barest of minimums that he like you like that. He even might move you out of your mama house and move you into with him. So anytime you with a guy that's more than 3 years older than him, he should have more stability than you. A man that's 31 is more stable than a man that's 24. So he should be helping you climb levels right now in your life, Jackie, because he's stable. He should have a little bit of money to do a lot of things for you. If you're going to date older, make sure they coming in to get you to the next level in your life. If older does not have that, what are you doing? You dating older just to date older? No. So the age that you should be dating no more than 2 to 3 years. Why? Because y'all are in the same place, damn near financially on the same plateau. And either y'all gonna build and grow together, that's what you want to do, but you can't expect too much because this person, just like you, y'all got bills together. And I ain't saying get a broke man. What I'm saying is date near your age, okay? So you ain't expecting too much. He never mentioned stepping up or taking care of me or my baby. This is why I tell y'all about that kids and dating. Because you come into dating as a package. And y'all have to understand that every man doesn't want the package. And that's okay. That's why I said breadcrumb and test. Because you got to weed out the ones who don't want what you want. If you are a package, deal with your children. And a nigga come in and say, I don't want the package, I just want you. You can't get mad at him. Every nigga is not ready for the responsibility of somebody's kids. Whether you want him to be like that or not. That's why I say stop telling him that you got kids. He's just talking too much sometimes. So that means you have to move around. Don't give him your body. Don't give him your time. He doesn't align with your goals. So why would you even start the investment? I'm 39, he's 52, he makes over 6 figures. But in him making up, because I make over 6 figures. How much of that 6 figures is he willing to help you structure your life, sis? Is he bringing that back to invest in you to say, this, I like you? Because a nigga who not investing does not like, babe. Niggas don't leave what they invested in. I'm in nursing school. He gives me $1,500 a month and bought me a car. Great investment. Guess what? He gonna see you through. And it don't, listen, kid, it don't matter if he can afford other bitches too. Don't worry about whoever else he can afford like that. Watch out for signs of control, making you feel bad because he gave you the money, make you feel like you got to pay back that money. Look for those signs, okay? Still get the book, Decode Him, sis, because he's giving you provider traits, but he could have some underlying things there. You won't know the full man until you get the book, sis. So you still need that book to decode the full version of him, because see, you've been around him. All I know is surface level. I don't like him like that. You don't have to. Remember I said to like is to lose. Remember that? To like is to lose. We beyond that. Yeah. We don't like no more. We just need our needs met. He's meeting your needs. Whether you like him or not, it's just not even a topic. He shouldn't even be expecting. Men love bitches. Period. I don't agree with moving in with the man before marriage engagement. I don't either, Jackie. If you're not ready to do that, I don't blame you. I don't want to move with a man never again. Even if we get married, I still want him to have his own house. I'm telling you. Listen, I can't stress y'all enough. Book your one-on-ones if you need one-on-one structured help, okay? And your one-on-ones are going to be either 30-minute, 55-minute sessions. You're going to have a follow-through plan for the next 6 months, but you need to be able to do things of that nature.